than I anticipated, but here we are with the feature of the night. Aerial Knights Never Yield. Truly visually stunning runner. Throws you directly into the action. The chromatic aberration is so... a little too early. The chromatic aberration effect is so good. Thank you, Nojoto, as always, for linking to the game. Now, for those unaware, tonight was supposed to be the debut of the new series that I'm doing as part of Aqualounge called Aqualounge Deep Dive, where I interview game devs, creators, and other people involved in video games. And other people who I just think are culturally important, whose stories that I want to feature on Aqualounge. This game is incredibly stylish, and I got the opportunity to talk to Aerial Knight about the game. And I'm assuming with the VOD, or even before the VOD, I'm going to put that interview on the YouTube channel. Which, by the way, everybody here, one of the most helpful things you can do is, if you haven't followed or subscribed to the Aqualounge YouTube channel, please do. I do have two YouTube channels, actually. I have the Aqualounge TV YouTube channel, which uploads per segment clips. And I have the Aqualounge Archives, which does whole VODs. This is all running in Unity, by the way. A lot of people would assume that this is Unreal. Oh, there's a time here. That to slide under, I think. That gives you a timer. Oh no, I have to do the back kick, perhaps. Thank you for the YouTube link. Please subscribe. That's one of the most helpful things you can do short of donating. There we go. But yeah, Aerial Knight's story is really interesting, and I look forward to y'all hearing it. And looking forward to rolling out that part of the channel. That's something that I've wanted to do from the very beginning. Is do a little bit of journalism. Hopefully next time. This is my first one of these, so I think that I might have bitten off a little bit more than I could chew given my time frame. But I did want to get, this was originally supposed to be at the end of the month of September, and it ended up being at the beginning of October. And even then, I'm a little bit behind where I want to be. Because life just gives you dominoes sometimes, as they say. But the deep dives will continue, and I look forward to finishing this one up tonight and showing it to you. It's done. follow the YouTube channel, you'll see it as soon as it goes up. And future ones will broadcast, ideally, with their games. That is the plan. Aqualounge is a weird one. You know it's a weird one. Thank you for bearing with its growing pains as it becomes everything that it can be. It means a lot. I love the sense of, one of the things I say in the interview is that I love the sense of contiguousness in this game. I love how contiguous the environments in this game feel. It is a hard thing to nail in a runner. To make it feel like you're actually running through... Oh, fail again. To make it feel like you're actually running from one place to another and giving this sense of space and sense of place, realness and continuity, is done really well in Never Yield. The fact that it kind of relentlessly just throws you in. And even when it reuses props like this, they don't feel stale. Really polished. Spit polished, painfully polished, and a lot of good environmental storytelling. I also like how you can see it introduced a new type of hazard to you, and it told you what you're supposed to do to it the first time, and then the second time it expects you to remember. And that's just effortlessly communicated through the design, which I think is really something special. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to slide under that one. Oh, pulverized. I have to sprint that. And also, the trial and error sort of deal. Oh, there we go. The trial and error in this game. Oh. Weird. The trial and error never feels defeating. I never feel defeated by, oh. I think I have to start running before the slow-mo. Interesting. The timing takes a little bit of practice. Let's just keep dashing. Couldn't hurt. I love the Sonic the Hedgehog style, little continue gates. Really cute. I think the hazards are also color-coded, with how you're supposed to jump them. Yellow ones are middle jump, red ones are high jump, blue ones or purple ones are duck. And, I think, purple ones are sprint. As evidenced by what just wasted me. And, it's just something you naturally pick up on. The way that this game communicates all its semiotics is really effortless. And, I like the no running sign. It's pretty good. Yeah, purple is slide. You are correct. Oh, purple is slide. Yeah, no wonder I've been biting it after those. There we go. And that's the other thing. Likewise, they have their intended jumps, but they aren't the only jumps you can use to get through them. Which I think is also nice. The sense of freedom that you have, the way you play, feels really good. 1% of players. Interesting. Oh, that's cute. Oh, well, there you go. Short-lived bonus level. Yeah, as you can tell by the jacket, this also takes place in a futuristic Detroit, which is where Aerial Knight is from. That is his home. And as a Rust Belt game dev from Cleveland, I really identify with, I don't know, making that a point of pride in your game. The Midwest and the Rust Belt is probably the most forgotten part of the U.S. Maybe Central U.S. is worse when it comes to the video game industry and studios, outreach programs, etc. It's mostly coastal. And so having a Detroit game dev put Detroit pride on the front of such a visually polished product, and, I don't know, shattering all expectations and really not giving a damn about people who are, I don't know, people give Rust Belt cities a bad rap for a variety of dubious reasons, let's just say that. And celebrating that is something that I really think is something special about this game. Oh, hey Croybot. Fellow Clevelander in the chat today. Oh yeah, we got Clevelanders on deck today. There are dozens of us. Dozens. Oh, I ran out of lives, I think. Let's see if I can continue from where I was. Yeah, all of this gets talked about in the aqualounge deep dive on this, as well as the game's length, because that was an issue for a lot of people on Steam. I'm here to tell them that they're wrong, and the entire idea that a video game's length is equivalent to some measure of dollar value is farcical and dangerous. And that I'm really happy to see such a good game that is not afraid to have a short runtime. And Aerial Knight says in the interview, and I agree with him, that it's only short if you're, breezing through it to play the story. Actually, the skill component adds a lot of replayability, and there's a lot of nice features like the networked leaderboard or 1% of players thing that I meant earlier to encourage you to play again. Oh yes, that Cult of the Lamb interview had my teeth grinding. Oh. There we go. Oh! He gets you back. Those drones are tricky. Oh. Yes, I think it was the update. I could be wrong about this, but I think it was the update earlier this year that added the endless mode. Yeah, this game is starting to get a little bit demanding with its inputs, but not in a way that feels unfair. It feels very polished. hold down the duck for too long. I keep blinking and missing it. But yeah, the trial and error is so instantaneous that it doesn't feel punishing. It just feels like it's, I don't know, demanding skill of your play. Oh, got me again. Yes, they are sprint. Oh, I thought, they're sprint blue. You're supposed to out. Okay, I think I'm having problems remembering between the blue and the purple. They are sprint blue, okay. So I can outrun them, I see. Thank you for helping me be good at video games, chat. I really appreciate that. There's the sky bridge. This sky bridge is actually a real sky bridge in Detroit. I have that featured in my, deep dive, which you'll be seeing later. Speaking of Cleveland, they're going to be building a sky bridge there too, at great taxpayer expense. I'm a little sore about that. And I love that comic halftone that gets used in the game as well. And the outline shader is really pretty. Helps you see yourself through obstacles. There's never any visibility issue, especially because you tend to stay in the same part of the screen, so your eyes fix on a static place and can figure out where you are. Just a lot of really subtle, fine design points that are able to take something like a runner, which is a very visually demanding genre, I would say. Oh, wrong blue. To me, those are like both shades of blue. There's like a teal blue and a purplish blue. Sometimes it can be hard for me to immediately discern. The slow-mo points are also spaced really well. One of my favorite things, cutting the deep dive video, was going through Aerial Knight's Twitter and Instagram and seeing how thoroughly documented a lot of the work in progress for the art for this game is. Seeing it grow up into what it is now is really something special, and you'll get to see it too. Yeah, the comic halftone on the glow is probably my favorite visual effect. Yeah, the sense of place in this game is really amazing. That's what he says in the interview. Make what you know. You know, he lived in Detroit, and so he understands it and understands the sense of place to it. I think I'm gonna play one more level, and then probably gonna call it for the night. But really amazing. This and it's mostly a solo effort on his part, I do believe. I'm not sure if anybody handled any of the porting. His publisher head up. I'm not quite sure. But mostly a solo effort. Soundtrack composed by a friend of his, but it is really amazing to see. Oh, this boss fight is excellent. So for one person to be able to teach themselves mostly these skills and deliver on something this polished as, I believe, their first indie outing commercially, absolutely phenomenal. That boss fight was really fun. I was hoping it would stick with the perspective shift for a little longer. I liked the over-the-shoulder camera. It was a nice change-up. The animation is also really charming. Also, this is a game that knows how to use a good fixed camera angle, which is something I always appreciate. And I can feel myself getting better at it as time goes on. It's becoming more second nature in a really nice, drip-fed way. Yes, this was in an indie world. This was in an indie world. Ah, I missed my coin. Doing a little bit of research for this, I saw, he said, I gave him my script. He said, I gave him my script before the Indie World, and if they said I couldn't do it, I wasn't going to present. And he just has this, that's been his attitude throughout the whole project, has been really, defiant and proving the people who didn't give him a chance wrong. And he did a phenomenal job of that. And I don't know, I just think it's a really inspiring story, and that's why I picked it to be my first aqualounge deep dive. So for those who didn't see what an aqualounge deep dive is, it is a new interview series that I'm going to be doing along with aqualounge. I thought they were going to be 3 to 5 minutes. It seems like they're going to be more like 10 minutes, which is better for YouTube anyway, where they're going to be going on the YouTube channel. Aerial Knight's the first one, and I got a couple other cool ones lined up. I am, again, sorry that I wasn't able to get it done in time for the stream proper. But I'll probably, frankly, after I'm done, finish it up and put it on YouTube tomorrow, I think. Does anybody know? I've heard various things. Does anybody know the best day to upload a YouTube video? Is there one? Well, I think that's going to be my last level for the night, because it rounds us at about 3 hours. Oh, let's see the meanwhile, though. There's an evil one. But, afternoon. Afternoon is the best time to upload YouTube videos. I will keep that in mind. But, you will see very shortly, tomorrow afternoon EST, an upload of the aqualounge deep dive on Aerial Knights Never Yield, which is this game here. Absolutely beautiful runner, inspired visuals. The fact that this is mostly a solo effort is staggering and inspiring. And as I say in the deep dive, I'll say it again here, this really contains like raw human spirit. The story of the developer and the spirit of the developer is so encased in the game, and seeing that in a bold form is always a treat. And with that, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. thank everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for being patient with everything from technical hiccups to Seaman being a little picky. I think in the future, because Seaman Live is a segment that takes a little bit of setup time, I might move it to the middle of the stream rather than the beginning. I might kick things off with something a little bit more high energy. This was only the second Seaman Live, so it is a learning process. But people do seem to be enjoying getting to talk to Seaman. And yeah, expect more deep dives in the future. I already have 2 more lined up after this. Thank you for everybody sticking around till 11 p.m. I think I'm going to go eat dinner. And you should too if you haven't. Thanks for watching. And again, if you haven't already, follow or subscribe to the Aqualounge YouTube channel, Aqualounge TV, and tune in tomorrow when the deep dive drops. I'm really excited for it. Have a good one, everybody. See you around.